All right, so today we'll discuss another area from algebra, core area from algebra, which will be indices, logarithm, and Surds. So I'll first take you through the basics, and then definitely we will get into problem solving. So if you look at indices, there are a couple of basic properties. You all know that. Just for the sake of recap, I'm mentioning, so a to the power x into a to the power y is equal to a to the power x plus y. I'm not wasting my time to derive. These are very simple laws of indices which can be derived easily. Similarly, a to the power x divided by a to the power y happens to be a to the power x minus y. A to the power x whole to the power y is equal to a to the power xy. Remember, this may not be equal to a to the power x whole to the power y. Those two are not same. And yes, of course, the other important thing is a to the power 0 is 1, right? So on the basis of these couple of rules, you can actually do most of the sums. Similarly, if you look at logarithm, understand the relation between indices and logarithm. If a to the power x is n, then log of n to the base a is x. So that is the relation between logarithm and indices. So log of pq happens to be log of p plus log of q. Similarly, log of p by q happens to be log of p minus log of q. Log of p to the power q happens to be q times of log of p. Also, you should know this, log of p base q can be written as log of p divided by log of q. And of course, log of 1 is equal to 0. So just to tell you the relation between indices and logarithm graphically, if I look at the graphs of indices and logarithm, there is a very nice pattern that they follow. So let me erase at least the top part so that I can explain you the graph. So consider x-axis and y-axis. So the logarithm graph looks somewhat like this, where this is 1. So log of 1 is 0, as you can understand. So now this graph has a typical property on the negative side of y-axis. It will go on up to infinity without touching the y-axis. So this property is known as asymptotic property. When the graph continues to be very close to the axis without touching it, it is called asymptote. Similarly, if you look at the exponential function, this is the graph of e to the power x. So the pattern is very interesting. So if you draw a line which has an inclination of 45 degree, so that line is basically x equal to y. So that line works as a mirror. So it works as a mirror. So either of these graph is a reflection of another graph. So these kind of functions are called inverse function. Just for your academic knowledge, I'm sharing this, right? So any which way, so with these properties and fundamentals, we are good to start with some problem solving. Definitely, I will discuss the techniques if there is anything special in that particular question. But as of now, I would like you to try the sums one by one. And if you get the answer, as usual, please share it in the chat box. All right, so I got a response from Otoshi and Dhritidipto. Okay, what about others? Please respond, guys. So, the basic funda over here, I told you in one of the earlier classes, you should either equate the power or the base. So in this case, the good thing is everything has been given as a power of 2, right? For example, if I look at the first part, so this happens to be 2 to the power 4. Then if you look at the second part, this happens to be 2 to the power 3. And then both these you can see will be 2 to the power 5 into 2 to the power 4. So then you can, you have to multiply these powers. So of course, if the base is same, the powers will get added. Which means definitely the power looks like an expansion of a plus b whole square. Right, so almost all the answers are correct. So your option 4 will be your answer, of course. That is 2 to the power 4p plus 3q whole square. Yes, all of you, including Otoshi, Dhriti, Devjyoti, Abhishek, and Shreyoshi, all of you got it correct. Fantastic, guys. So let me take you to the next one. Okay, so we got a couple of responses. All right. Otoshi and Abhishek got 2 responses so far. All right, let me check this out, guys. See, first of all, you need to understand the basic concept of mean proportional. So, for example, if I have 2 numbers, A and B, their mean proportional, if it is M, then M has to be root over AB, right? That is the concept of mean proportional. So it works like geometric mean. So over here, we need to first multiply these 2 numbers. And after that, we need to find the square root of this product. So let me expand this number. So we have 52 plus 45, right? And then we have 56 root 3. So this gives me 97 minus 56. Now understand, guys, for a Sard, if you look at a Sard like, let's say, if you look at a Sard like this, of course, it will become this once you expand. So the part which is irrational has to be in the form of 2xy, right? And the part which is rational can be split up in the form of x square plus y. So I'm going by that concept here. So I can check from the options also. It becomes easy for me to decide, but otherwise, if you look at it this way, so I'm saying if this is x and this is y, it becomes easy for me to manipulate the numbers, right? See, these two will add up to 97 in fact, and the second portion looks like 2xy. So definitely this will become 7 minus 4 root 3 whole square. Now this is AB. So as per this is AB, A into B, that is. So we need to find the square root of this. Hence your answer will be option 3. Very good, Atoshi. And Abhishek, Shubhajit, all of you. Very good, guys. So your answer will be definitely 7 minus 4 root 3. All right. So let me now move on to the next one. Okay, so we got a couple of responses already. Very good show, guys. Okay, great. So first of all, if you look at the basic relation between the variables, it looks like this. So I have to express everything in terms of x to the power n. So definitely the first thing that you should do is to express x to the power m in the form of x to the power n. Now, if I look at the expression that we have, so let me replace x to the power m by what we got. So then, definitely you can take x to the power n common. And of course, if you bring m at the top, that m will also come out. So what you have is basically, so even if I do not do that, first of all, you should make out that you are left with, m divided by n plus m divided by n minus m, right? And after that, I am taking m common. So I will be left with 1 in the numerators. Now see, this part will be n square minus m square, and at the top you will have twice of n, and then outside you have m by x to the power n. So everything put together, definitely there are two more options which I have not shown. So you will get the answer from these only. Option 1, definitely correct attempt by almost all of you, right? Very good work, guys. So let me take you to the next one. So these are typical ones which you get in the aptitude tests. So please try this. All right, Atoshi, Abhishek, very good, guys. Okay, Dhriti also, brilliant. So what about others? Okay, Shubhajit also, very good, Shubhajit. So see guys, first of all, if I look at, yes, Tamonash, Sreyoshi, both of you, very good. So if I look at a typical way to solve this kind of problems, please understand, if I take this entire expression as x, then so this is a recursive function. So which means even this part that you have uh, will also be x, right? Uh, because it will go on up to infinity. Now, if you square both the sides, you will have something like this. So you can do a middle term and you can get two values of x, right? Which are -6 and 7. So definitely, by looking at the expression, you should make out it can never be uh, negative. It will always be positive. So -6 will be eliminated. So you will take uh, 7 as your answer, right? The other way to look at this question is definitely 42 cannot be your answer. Now, out of -6 and 6, understand it is, so root over 36 is -6, or sorry, root over 36 is plus or -6. Now, what we have is root over 42 plus k. So definitely it will be more than +6 or -6. So that way also you can choose 7 by logic as your answer, right? So any which way, guys, as usual, I'll show you three questions one after the other. I think in the beginning we were doing a little bit of warm up with some pretty straightforward questions. So I'll show you three more questions at one time. Please take a screenshot and we will discuss those together. Please take a screenshot of this one, guys. Please take a screenshot of this question. And this one. Also this one. So if you are done, please let me know in the chat box. In fact, I will show you one more so that you can try all the four together. In fact, we have done this one. So please try this one as well. So I have shown you four questions so far. This question we solved in one of the earlier classes, right? So I'm ignoring this one. So otherwise, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Yes, Deputy, I'll show you the second question. This was the first one. I repeat for everyone, this was the first one. This was the second one. So this is the second one. This was the third one. Right, so this is the third question. And this is the fourth one. So all of you have taken screenshots, right? For all four questions, guys, please confirm me in the chat box. Okay, great, cool. So please try all these together and then I will discuss shortly. Alright, guys, so we'll start the discussion. Brilliant effort from almost all of you have shared your answers. Very good, guys. So let me start the discussion of the questions. Definitely so this was the first one, right? So first of all, from this, we can conclude x minus 3 as root over 5. So if I make both sides cube, I will get x minus 3 whole cube equal to 5 root 5. So the left hand side can be expanded further, x cube minus 3x square plus 9x minus 27. Now see, for the right hand side, this root 5 can be replaced by x minus 3. That gives me 5 minus 15. So if I bring x cube, then I have just one sec. So there's a mistake, slight mistake here. So I'm just trying to rectify. This would be 9, that is 3 into 3. So it would be 9x square. Now see, this 5x will come in the left hand side, right? So it will give me plus 4x. Let me see, maybe there is some calculation mistake. Let me just check, guys. So I got minus 9x square. Oh, oops, yes. So this would be 27 because 3 into 9. So of course, I'll have x cube minus 9x square. After that, 27x minus this 5x will give me 22x. And you bring this minus 27 on the right hand side, so you will get 12, right? So this is the expression that they have asked. Answer will be 12, right? So your first answer will be 12. So I got many correct answers from many of you, right? So the first answer would be 12. So let me check the next one. Of course, you can take 6 to the power x common from this expression. So if I do that, I'll be left with 1 plus 6 square. So this happens to be 6 to the power x multiplied by 43. Now, they have said, look at the nature of x. They have said x is a positive integer. So the minimum value of x will be 1, which means the minimum factor of this expression will be 6 into 43. So it will always be divisible by 6 into 43, which is 258. Right? If they would have only said integer value, not positive integer, then it would not have been 258, then it would have been 43. But since they have said positive integer, definitely you need to consider the minimum value of x as 1, and hence your answer will be 258. That is option number 1. Now for the next one, see, there is a typical way to solve this kind of question. So you would have solved in maybe class 11. Similar questions used to be there, right? Abhijit, it's not about, see, while you have to consider, so let me just go back. Abhijit has a query. Abhijit, it's not about just finding the greatest number. It's also about finding the greatest divisor. right? So you are not always sure about 1548, but you are always sure about 258. That is why that is the answer, right? So greatest number that divides. So you have to be definite about it. So 258 is a number which I am definite about. That is going to hold true for any value of x, whether it is 1 or more. I hope that is clear, Abhijit. Yes, Abhijit, I know it is. I know, Abhijit, what Abhijit is saying that 43 into 6 to the power 2 is 1548. Definitely it is. But then please understand the value of x may not be 2 all the time. The value of x starts from 1, right? So you have to consider the bare minimum so that you are definite. What if the value of x is equal to 1? Then it won't be divisible by 1548, right? Which is why 1548 is not your answer. So irrespective of the conditions, irrespective of any other options, just consider the minimum value of x is 1. Hence, that is a must in terms of divisor. Anyway, so let me get into the next one. So guys, for this kind of questions, you should equate these all expressions as a constant k. Then you can write 3 as k to the power 1 by x. You can write 5 as k to the power 1 by y, and you can write 75 as k to the power 1 by z, right? So then you see, we can write 75 as 3 into 25, which is k to the power 1 by x into 25 is 5 square. So I can write this as k to the power 2 by y, which is 1 by y whole square. And 75 will be k to the power 1 by z. So this part, again, you can add the powers. So it will be 1 by x plus 2 by y. So you can ignore k now. You can simply write 1 by z is equal to 1 by x plus 2 by y, which means z will be equal to xy divided by 2x plus y. So that will be option number 3. Yes, Roshi, absolutely. It will be option number 3, of course. So let me take you to the next one. In fact, this one I gave you. So what you can do for this one, you can first express everything as a power of 2. So you have 2 to the power 2x plus 2, that is 4, because you will have 2 square whole to the power x plus 2. And then you have 2 to the power 2x plus 1. This is equal to 36, right? So you can take out 2 to the power 2x, which can be taken as common. Then you are left with 2 to the power 4 and 2, that is 36, right? Which basically means over here you have 18. So you will get 2 to the power 2x equal to 2, which is 2 to the power 1. So that means 2x is 1, which means x is half. So here your answer will be none of this. Yes, Abhishek, absolutely correct. All right, guys. So we will now move on with some questions based on logarithm. Definitely, that was the other part of today's discussion. So I will discuss some typical questions of logarithm. So please try this out. Right, guys. So we'll discuss this. Right. First of all, from the first relation that we have, we can always conclude, you know, x is y to the power 5, or we can also write y as x to the power 1 by 5, right? Now, from the second relation, you can conclude that 8x will be equal to 2y whole to the power 4, which is basically 16 into y to the power 4. So, of course, you have x is equal to 2 times of, now see, this y can be replaced as x to the power 1 by 5. So you can write this as x to the power 5, right? So this x to the power 4 by 5, if it is brought on the left hand side, the powers will get subtracted. 1 minus 4 by 5 is 1 by 5, that is equal to 2. So x will be 2 to the power 5, which is 32. So I use the basic principle of logarithm, which says if p to the power q is equal to r, then log of r to the base p will be equal to q. So that is the principle. So uh, then we used the basic rules of indices. Yes, Shubhajit, Shreyoshi, Abhishek. In fact, okay, Shubhajit and Abhishek, I think somewhere messed up a little bit, but otherwise, Shreyoshi's answer is absolutely correct. So your answer will be 32. So let me take you to the next one. Achha. Let me look at this particular question. It involves the concept of logarithm as well as progression. So please try this. Okay, Shubhajit also came up with an answer. What about others? All right, so let me check this out. See, first of all, they have said these three numbers are in AP. So definitely you can say the double of the mean term, which is log of 2 to the power x minus 1. So twice of that will be equal to the sum of the extreme terms. That is log of 2 to the power x plus log of 2 to the power x plus 3. So in the right hand side, of course, in the left hand side, you can put this 2 as a power over here. While in the right, you know, log of p plus log of q is log of p into q. Then you can ignore log and you can understand, you can expand, in fact. So we'll have 2 to the power 2x minus 2 into 2 to the power x plus 1. While on the right hand side, we'll have 2 to the power 2x plus 3 into 2 to the power x. So 2 to the power 2x gets cancelled, and hence we have 5 into 2 to the power x equal to 1, which means so 2 to the power x equal to 5. So definitely we can say x is, this will be 1 by 5. So it will be log of, so x will be log of 1 by 5 to the base 2. So which is 1 by 5 is 5 to the power minus 1. So if I bring that minus 1 outside, I'll have minus of log of 5 base 2, right? So your answer will be option 2. Of course, correct answer from all of you. Okay, Tomonash is asking how did it become a power? So Tomonash, there is a rule of logarithm which says log of p to the power q is equal to q times of log of p. So you can look at the reverse also. Q times of log of p will be log of p to the power q. I hope that was clear, Tomonash. All right. Okay. So let me move on with the next one. So guys, I will look at a new type of question. So I want you to read the question. Definitely, I will explain the basic funda to crack this kind of questions. But before that, please read this question carefully and try to do a little bit of brainstorming, and then definitely I will solve it. So Tomonash just wanted to take a screenshot, guys. I'll just go back once to the question that I explained. Tomonash, very quickly take a screenshot so that I can move forward. I hope you are done. Okay, great. So let me show you the question that I wanted you to try. So please have a look at this. All right, guys. So let me explain you the concept out here. So I'll try to explain graphically and then numerically. So understand uh, the graph of logarithm looks like this. So of course, if they don't mention anything, you should take the base as 10. So take the base as 10. So we know log of 1 is 0. We know log of 10. If I take the base as 10, 10 base 10 will be 1. Log of 100 is 2 because it is 100 is 10 square. So that square ka 2 will come outside. So 2 log 10, that will be 2 into 1, that is 2. Similarly, log of 1000 is 3. Now understand, uh, if I look at it graphically, any value which is like, log of 7, let's say, will be 0 point something. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? So log of 7 will lie somewhere here. So it will be between 0 and 1. So it will be 0 point something. Similarly, if you take a value of logarithm, let's say log of 23, that will be 1 point something. It is right in between 1 and 2. Similarly, if you look at log of, let's say, 572, it will be 2 point something. Now see, for the value of logarithm, what you get has two parts. One part is integral part or integer part, one part is decimal part. So this integer part that you get is called characteristic, and the decimal part that you get is called mantissa. Now see, if I have one digit here, then the characteristic is 0. If I have two digits here, then the characteristic is 1. If I have three digits here, then the characteristic is 2. So what I mean to say, the characteristic that we get is always value-wise 1 less than the number of digits for which the logarithm is being taken. I repeat, the value of the characteristic, that is the integer part, is 1 less than the number of digits of the number for which the logarithm is being taken. For example, it's a 3-digit number, so the characteristic is 2. It's a 2-digit number, so the characteristic is 1. It's a single-digit number, so the characteristic is 0, and so on. Right? Now, if I look at this sum, what we have here is 30 to the power 100. So take log both sides. And then we can write it as 100 times of log of 3 plus log of 10. So by default, as I told you, you should always consider the base as 10. So it will be 100 into, so this part will be 1 log of 10. And then as they have given, this will be point, you can take 0.477, right? So what we have here is 1.477 into 100, which is 147.71. The number of digits of x will be 1 more than the characteristic. Hence, your answer will be 148. So the number of digits in x should be 1 more than the characteristic. Since the characteristic is 147, so your answer will be 1 more than 147, which is 148. All right. I hope that was clear.